everyone. Hopefully you can hear me okay. Just gonna spend a minute or two getting ready. Hello, welcome. Thank you for joining me today. Gonna get started in just a few minutes. Hopefully we can get some more folks to join us today. It's such a nice day outside. Welcome if you're just tuning in. We're gonna get started in just a minute. Feel free to drop anything in the chat. When I publish this recording, I'll edit out this part. So I'm sure the chat will also get cut out. If you want to say hi, or if not, just think about finding a nice, comfortable place to sit for the next 30 minutes. Okay, why don't we start now? So, welcome everyone. My name is Ben Ginsley. I'm a mindfulness fellow with Northeastern University Center for Spirituality, Dialogue, and Service. And I'll be leading meditation today. Once we get settled into, what we're doing, I think maybe we'll try for maybe an insight type practice. I think that might hopefully mix things up for anyone who's watching this live or recorded. So I think we can begin our practice first with our posture, finding something that's comfortable, stable, upright. I usually like to have support for my knees and my lower back when I'm in a seated position. You can lift your shoulders up, roll them back to open up the chest. And whether you're seated upright in a chair, on a cushion, if you're sitting on your bed or lying down, we're going to take a few moments now just to settle into what it's like to sit or lay down, finding something that's comfortable, tuning into the sensation of touch and support from the chair, the cushion, the bed beneath you. Eyes can be closed or open, slightly fixed at a point 3 or 4 feet in front of you, or some object on the wall, perhaps. We'll begin and end our practice with 3 chimes. So as we connect with our breathing, we'll begin. Tuning into our breath right now, finding a single point in the body where the breathing sensation, the flow of air in and out, is very clear, very salient to us. Could be in the nostrils, in the chest, or in the stomach. Identifying this place, directing our attention to that point, watching as the breath comes and goes, not controlling the breath if possible, unless you've gone on to manual breathing, in which case It's okay. Just let the breath come and go. This point will be an anchor that you can return to throughout the practice as you notice your mind drifting. And so, even now, the flurries of the day, thoughts here and there, maybe tugging at your attention still, we'll come into this practice with the understanding that this is very normal, very natural. This is the regular mode of thinking that our mind is used to. And so, without forcing these thoughts to go away, without pushing them out, without trying to forcefully clear the mind, instead, we'll just direct our attention back at that point of direct breath awareness, sinking into the feeling of breathing, of being. Sometimes it may be helpful to recite a mantra, depending on your spiritual affiliation and your religious or cultural influences. This may be in a language other than English. However, given this is a English instructed meditation, we can begin with a mantra: I am present, I am here right now. I am directly observing the nature of my reality. One of these phrases you can recite either on the in breath, on the out breath, or on a cycle that's most natural to you. Keeping your spatial awareness trained on that point of present breath awareness in the nose, in the chest, or in the belly, and allowing the thinking part of your mind to recite, I am here, I am present, I am directly observing the nature of my reality, or some other similar phrase. When you're ready and as you would like, you can expand the scope of your awareness to take in all the physical sensations of the body, feeling the weight of your shoulders, your elbows, your hands, the weight of your abdomen, your legs, feeling the weight of your feet, allowing the clear, gentle breath to come and go. To extend upon the phrase, the metaphor, clearing the mind, you can imagine as if we're not washing or not scrubbing the mind of thoughts, but rather through the breath, drawing in clean, fresh air, we are diluting the messiness of the mind. It's as if the thoughts, the busyness, the hectic nature of our usual mind space is like a thickly brewed tea or coffee, very potent, very bold, full of flavor, but also full of caffeine and other elements that make up this drink. And through the simple act of breathing, we're not removing each molecular component of this drink, we're simply diluting it with clean, fresh air or water. Through this practice, we can imagine as if the volume of the mind is expanding with each breath. If our mind space is a kettle or a large mug, each breath is like a teaspoon of cool water. As the breath comes in, adding this single teaspoon to the pot or to the mug. It is a slow and gradual process. And so we'll devote the next few minutes to just focusing on this visualization, this metaphor of diluting the mind stew with individual teaspoons of clear water through breathing. Though each step may seem like it's creating a imperceptible change, over this extended period of time, you may notice that your mind stew is becoming just a little bit more clear, transitioning from a dark, muddied brown full of tiny particles, slowly adding space between them, causing the liquid to become a more pale, clear color, transitioning from a deep brown to a medium brown to a light brown or almost orangey yellow hue. And so we can take a moment now to accept the nature of this, just like diluting coffee will not remove the coffee particles from the pot or from the mug. So too, through sitting in meditation, can we not totally extinguish thoughts, worries, anxieties, memories? These things are always there. However, one teaspoon at a time, we can give each of them space, spread them out in the mind. And so, though our liquid does not become clear and transparent over the course of 20 or 30 minutes, perhaps it can at least become a lighter shade of brown. Now, at this time, returning our attention back to that anchor point of direct present awareness, drawing a deep breath in through the nostrils into the lungs, expanding the belly, holding it for just a moment, and then when you can't hold it anymore, letting out a strong exhale release, letting everything go. Once more, taking another deep breath in, and again letting it all go. Allowing the breath to return to a natural, even pace. At this time, noticing anything that's coming up for you, any objects of the mind, any emotions, any physical feelings, accepting them as they are, without judgment. If you can, avoiding reacting to them, trying to look at them as objectively as possible. It can be helpful to recruit the speaking or talking part of the mind to refer to this object in the third person. This is a thought. There is this feeling. If you can, in this moment, depersonalizing from it, trying to hold it in your attention as objectively as possible. Noticing the qualities of this thought or this feeling. Then, as the mind drifts, letting it go, casting it aside, returning attention back to that point of direct present breath awareness, and making space for something else to come up. Or else focusing on a particular object of meditation, such as a physical sensation, a particular mind state or feeling, a particular visual that may be appearing to you. Each time making an observation and viewing this as objectively as you can. There is a feeling of the heartbeat. There is air passing through the nostrils. There is some indescribable color on the back of the eyelids. There is some feeling, emotional affect present. With the space we have cultivated in our minds too, so too can we give space to these observations, allowing them to just be exactly as they are. There is no need to change and no need to control anything about this moment. It is simply enough to sit, to observe, and to be. Now directing attention back once again to that anchor point of direct present breath awareness. Noticing if the pace of your breathing has changed. Later on in this day or this week, if you find your mind feeling crowded, packed full of a million different things, all scattering the light, drawing your attention, may be useful to return to this practice of holding the mind brew or the mind stew in your attention, and with each breath, adding a single teaspoon of water over the course of 15 or 20 minutes, diluting this mind stew so that each individual component has a little bit more space. At this time, you can begin to expand your awareness to fill your body and then expand it into the room which you inhabit, tuning into sensations of sound, noticing taste, again connecting with the sensation of touch and physical grounding with the support beneath you. As you're ready and on your own time, you can take 5 or 6 more deep breaths, drawing in the clean, fresh air energy from the room into your lungs. And then, after 3 chimes, you can conclude our practice for now. You can slowly open your eyes, wiggle your fingers and your toes, reintroducing movement into the arms, the shoulders, stretching out your knees. I'd like to thank you for sitting with me today, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day and rest of your week.